Hey, I'm Dina Blizzard, and you are watching One Funny Morning. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that for all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen!
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather drawer?
Good morning! Uppie, everybody.
I'm Jackie Drummer from Savage, Minnesota, the home of the Dan Patch Racing Horse, and you are watching One Funny Morning with your host, Dina Blizzard.
Jackie, that was so nice. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know about this internet. This internet seems real shady this morning. I'm going to be honest. I think it looks shady on my side, so I don't know how it looks on your side. And I just realized I don't have my hoops on. Who am I? Who am I right now? Tanya's here. The girls are here. Last night was great. It was a little bit crazy. Where's co-host Matt? I would like to say he's sleeping, but I don't think he's sleeping. I think he just gets up like me. Just lays in bed. I don't know. Maybe he'll join us. We never know. Good morning. Good morning. Is the camera lens dirty, girl? You never know. But I don't think so. I think it's like foggy. Hey, Kelly. My son had a wisdom teeth out yesterday. Are these cicadas going to do this? The whole time? It is. Oh, is it just humidity? Some Jesus lighting. Cicadas are loud. I don't know why they're so loud this morning, but Carrot went home. This is the season for loud bugs. What's that mean? Like cicada season? Kathy, we did go to the winery. Oh, we had such a great day. So yesterday was so funny. We went to the morning show, the Carolinas AM, and met Greg and Chris, and they were super lovely. Greg was like, I'm going to be performing at the winery later, which is not something that I have come across in the morning shows where people are like, oh, you want to come see me? I'm like, no, you want to come see me? He was like, no, come see me. So I said to Matt, I was like, we have nothing to do. So went over to the winery, and where the cicadas are is usually where the copperheads are. Okay, now, Katie, why would you say that? Now I got to sit up here and worry about snakes? Why would you say that to a girl from New Jersey? So anyway, so we went to the winery yesterday, and as soon as we pull up, we can hear Greg singing. It was beautiful. And the whole place is packed. People are everywhere drinking the wine, listening to him sing songs. Listen, if somebody's on a guitar and they start singing John Denver, it's like the Pied Piper. I have to come over. I have to sit down. I have to sing Country Road with you. And now we're best friends. I don't know if you guys are like that, but if somebody plays John Denver's Country Roads, I'm like, right there. Right there. So, yeah, take me home. Don't sing too much. So it was just beautiful. So We sat outside talking to people, had a great day. At one point, Greg is singing, like literally like right next to me. And this old fellow comes over named Jerry. And he's adorable. He's got his little cane. He was like, I saw you on the morning show today. And I was like, let's do this. And he's a poet. And he gave me his CD. It's a CD. I don't know where I'm going to play it. I don't have a CD player. I'm going to find it. And it's just a collection of poetry that he wrote. And I just can't. I can't. It was great. But at one point, everybody's out there singing Jerry the Golden Bachelor. Oh, I wish. I mean, maybe he was a bachelor. He seemed to have a lovely lady with him. Stargazer mom, training and welcome day at school today. Oh, girl. I hope you have a good day today. So we did that. Then went and got something to eat. And now we're all singing John Denver. I don't know if there's a CD player in my car. Matt asked me, he's like, you got a CD player? Do I have it in my car? Maybe I'll listen to it on my 10-hour ride home. Just 10 hours of poetry by Jerry. So we met him, got something to eat, and then headed over to the show. Last night's show was so funny. It was a beautiful sold-out show with lots of fun people. It's the anniversary of my daughter's adoption day. That's so beautiful. And it takes 8 times to listen to Country Roads going through West Virginia. I believe you, Kathy. Maybe it's dirty poetry. Maybe. Now I'm looking forward to the ride home. I start heading back Sunday morning. I'm trying to debate whether I want to leave at like 6 a.m. Get on the road. I can be in Virginia Beach by noon, and then maybe just spend a couple hours at Nikki's, and then do the next 5 the same day, or if I should just stay at Nikki's. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to see my sister on the way home. So I'll either be home super late Sunday or Monday sometime. So we'll see what happens. But it was a great night last night. It was really funny. I have to say, I'm loving the audiences in South Carolina. They're just so funny. And the club just has such a great setup. I was doing theaters for so long, and they're wonderful. But there's like a coziness to a club that's just yummy. So it was great. I had a lot of fun. I know I get real antsy when I'm gone for more than a week, though. All right, so I have a couple of articles. Oh, wait, let me show. I got to show you this. Hold on. You're going to crack up. This is going to make you laugh. Hold on. Let me see if it came up. All right, so I saw this morning, and I'm like, this is a thing? That's the thing. So, my first rodeo was when we were all in Texas, and had a great time sitting with Mooney, learning about rodeo and whatever. Hold on, this is so crazy. I don't know if it's gonna play. Oh, here it is. All right. So I want you to watch this and see if you can figure out what's happening in this video. So hold on. Share screen. Boom. All right. I don't know if this is going to stream well for you, but you'll get the general gist, and then we're going to talk about it. Here we go. I don't know. Can you guys hear me when this is playing? I don't know if you can. All right. Can you see what he's doing? So there's a name for this. It's called insane crawling race. So crazy men, looks like it's all men, they are competing. So it's the right line against the left line. Yeah, they're laying down. And what they have to do is they have to crawl and go around like a thing and come back. But if you're standing up, the bull's gonna charge you. So you can only really move when the bull is facing the opposite direction. So you can see he's on the right side. And he's like, what are you guys? And then they all fall. They all fall back down in the ground. And then while he's looking to the left, you can see the people on the right. And they all start crying. Look at them. Oh my, I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing this morning. Look at them. Look at them. And then they'll all fall. Yep. I've never heard of such a thing. Yeah. Now, so what I'm saying is we're going to put together a OneFunnyMother team. I think that's where I wanted to land. I've already made Shakendra the captain. She'll be at the front. Yeah. And this is not a sign-up situation. You'll be opted in. You'll need a medical reason to opt out. And I'm scared is non-medical reason. So essentially everyone's in. It's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing. And because the bull, look at him, see? He goes leg up. It's like red light, green light, but with a bull. Mm-hmm. And the bull's just looking. I'm like, what the? Yeah, I'm not wearing this shirt. I can tell you that. Good. Let's all talk about. Let's put a coordinated outfit together. Yeah, you're voluntold. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at them. So see, they have to go around this thing at the end. I think I'm busy that day. Or Linda, what are you talking about? You're in charge of the snacks. You're all in. You're all in. Yeah, Di gonna be in the back with a bag of snacks. Just guys, who wants a Snicker bar? And they'll be like, Diana, throw the Snicker bar over there. They'll be like, I love that. I'm not throwing this Snicker bar. It'll be a big fight. Look at them. Look at them all. Now they have to go around the thing, but the whole team has to get back. Look at them. Look at them. Just who came up with this? Look, he's like, where you go? Wait. Look, all right, on the ground. Look, he's like, oh, look. See, now that team on the left, they got broken up. Look at them. They got broken up. See, you don't want that. Should have stayed together. Should have stayed together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shirts can't be red. I'm glad we had this meeting. Mm-hmm. Look. So funny. Now listen, I'm not gonna do running of the bulls. I'm not gonna do, but laying down on the ground, I'm not gonna lie, it's a talent I have. I have mad skills. And the whole bull thing, I got the bad leg. Oh my gosh. Somebody came to the show last night. She follows me on the internet. It's so funny because people will say, oh, I watch you. And I don't know, like, I'm like, how much have you seen? Like, I don't really know all the time. But it was like she had the code. We were sitting there talking, and she says, my twin sister's here. I want to get a picture with the both of us. And I said, okay. And I said, is she like, you say you're a twin. I'm looking for someone who looks just like you. And there's nobody that looks like, I go, what? And she said, she's coming. And there's like a lot of people. And I said, well, do you want to just wait? She goes, no, she's coming. She got the bad leg. And I just cracked up laughing. And I was like, oh, she on the inside. Yeah. It was so funny. She got the bad leg is such a dumb. I said it one night, and for whatever reason, it's stuck now. And you can use it perfectly. It's just the perfect say. She got the bad leg. So dumb. Mm-hmm. Tracy's like, I don't think I'd get back up if we got down the floor. They'll be like, we have to leave Tracy. And there'll be a whole thing. Like, we're not leaving her behind. Be like, well, I guess we're all carrying Tracy now. And like, she insisted on wearing that red shirt. Like, it just, yeah. Diane, you're hired. Mm-hmm. Oh, Karen. Ruffin is getting started for our next meetup weekend. I've never met any of them in person. Oh, Karen, you're going to have a good time. Listen, I'm telling you, like, I think it's funny when people like come to the shows and meet me, But honestly, so many of you have become stars in your own right. I feel like you could be sitting in Austin. They'll be like, oh, is that Berlinda? Like Erlinda and Belinda are both here now. So Berlinda is in full effect. So Berlinda's here. There's just a lot. There's a lot of people coming in. I've heard Bear like my whole life and didn't think quite. You said it and I cracked up. It's so funny. So funny. So that was last night. What else? Oh, wait. So that was one article. What was the other article? I did have another article. Hold on. Sometimes I send myself things for us to talk about. There's Belinda. That means Erlinda's not far behind. And then Berlinda is complete. Okay. Oh my gosh. The Pachenko sisters were there last night. That's Belinda and her sister. And they were like, do you want to run some Spanish by us? I was like, yes, because I don't ever get to speak it because I don't sound Spanish and I don't know any Spanish speaking people like well enough to just be like, girl, can I practice? But the Pachenko sisters were there and I was like, okay, here we go. All right, so here's my first sentence. I'm like a baby learning to talk and they're like, mama, but my first sentence is this. Here we go. And I said I said it all wrong. You can say they were like trying to translate. Okay. Puede. Yeah, I did the Spanish. Puede traer una botella de vino tinto y dos botellas de vino blanco. Vino blanco. What? Dina, you sound so Spanish. You guys, I probably laughed for a second and you were like, are we in Spain? Like that. Yeah, no, but I think I said 1 red wine and 2 white wine. Yeah, no, Lucy. Yeah. So I don't want to brag. You do a lot of leaning forward when you just, but I'm trying to make sure you hear what I'm saying, Missy. I'm leaning in because it's going to be a little off. So I want you. It was Spanish lessons in a dirty parking lot. Yeah, that's how I'd like to learn Spanish. So it was, you need wine in the bathroom. And I didn't say that, but that's also true, Marge. For a second, I literally thought it was Belinda talking. That's how Spanish you sounded. So they were very kind. They're like, you didn't say that, any of those words. You didn't say them correctly, but we're trying to. Spanish is like a time my daughter learned Italian quickly. Yeah, I wish I sounded, but like I'm going to go spend the week with the girls, with my sisters, my Pacheco sisters, and I'm going to practice. There's no N. Pacheco. Am I saying it right? I'm basically Spanish now. I mean, I am Spanish, but bilingual. I think we all hear it. Do I need to say it? Probably not. So, okay. Botellas de ver. What is dame? What does dame mean? I don't know. Then, I'm going to tell you something right now. The chapter I'm on now, the mirar, which means to like watch, and buscar, which means to look. She's like, yeah. I go, okay, those are the same word. And she was like, no, there's not. This means I'm going to like watch TV or I'm going to watch you do this. Buscar is I'm going to look for something. I was like, those are the same word. I'm going to take those out. They scratch each other out. So it's just clearly there are different words because there's watch and look in English. But I was like, I feel like you're adding words that aren't necessary. Yeah. Listen, all I need to do is be good enough where I'll be like, you hear me what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, give me, God means give me, dame, botella, vino, tinto. Mm-hmm. 4 years of Spanish in high school, 1 year in college, working in a Spanish neighborhood for 19 years, still can't speak it or understand. Listen, I'm about 3 more units away from the next unit, like big. Like I'm basically fluent. Thank you, Diane, for saying I sound fluent to you. Okay, wait, where's my article? Anyway, let me see what this is. Let's see. All right. It's another what we'll call Science E article. They always say this is according to science, and then we read it and we're like, that doesn't sound like science to me at all. But here we go. If you feel like people ignore you, I want 2 bottles of bourbon. Oh, Tanya, you see what I did? It said, do you feel like people ignore you? Here's why, according to science. And I was like, what are you talking about? So again, I didn't read it. Blah, blah, blah. Feeling ignored. Social anxiety makes you uncomfortable with attention. That's why you feel ignored. Low self-esteem. Oh, this is not a very happy article. Social isolation. Well, okay. I like encouraging articles. We're probably not going to read that one. You got to blend. I don't know. Just blend. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let me see if I send myself anything else. Sometimes I send myself stuff like when I'm like maybe drinking bourbon, and then it's okay. Here's another one. I knew I sent myself some other things. Here we go. Let's see what this one is. Okay, here we go. People are sharing the weirdest things they accept as normal. And it has people questioning reality. All right, what does this mean? What's the weirdest? Okay, let me put this up here. What's the weirdest thing society accepts as normal? And the responses expose a lot of today's practices that are worth questioning. So here we go. Work-life balance. Working until you're old, graying, and broken, then using whatever time you have left for all the things you could have done when you were younger. That's weird. He's not wrong. The other day, you know how, I don't know, I feel like they've talked about it for years. And it was like a crazy idea years ago when they started talking about a 4-day work week. And you were like, a 4-day, like I remember thinking, that's genius. Why would we do 5-2 when we can do 4-3? And everybody was like real upset about it. And it was like a crazy idea like 20 years ago. But I feel like you're starting to hear more and more about it. Like maybe if you give people more time off when they're at work, they'd be more present. They'd be like, you know what? I will get what I got to get done. Yeah, I like a 0-day work week. We could do that. But, okay, number 2, things that we have taken as normal that are probably weird. That dead people need pillows in caskets. I never really thought about it, but every funeral I've gone to with a casket has had a pillow. Why? I'm going to tell you something. Forget a pillow. Please put a caramello bar in there. Like I just put stuff in there I like. That's all. I would like a pillow and a blanket and a little chocolate. Why do they put underwear on dead people? Carol's like, let's take it a little further. Yeah. Number 3. Now, somebody just did a bit on this. I feel like I've heard it recently. And it was like the IRS mystery. Guessing how much you know on taxes. Like there was a comic that was talking about it. And he said his son asked him about taxes. And he was like, well, at the end of the year, you have to do your own math, guess your own number. And if you're right, that's great. And if you're wrong, they put you in jail. It was the funniest conversation because it was just like, yeah, they were like in other countries, the country contacts you and is like, this is the number. But it's just funny things you accepted. Okay, you get the leaders you deserve. But politicians blatantly lying to the public. We accept it so regularly. It's as though it's supposed to be that way. You know, I don't know anybody where you say like somebody will be like, I'm a politician, and you go, ooh, that my casket's gonna be packed with flamingos. They're gonna open it up. They're like, do you even see Carrie? Is she in there? We don't know. I think she's under all these flamingos. This is gonna make for a weird viewing. Just can you imagine? You go up to Carrie's casket and she's just so, like you can barely see her head. It's just all flamingos, just all around it. Exactly. I would rather rest my head on a stack of caramel bars. Thank you for no. Belinda, you're in charge of that. Know it. And when you get there and they're like, isn't this just for family? It's just, I am family. I have the caramello bars. This is what she wanted. And they'll be like, she never mentioned this, but she did. And she told me specifically I was in charge of the caramel. Can you step aside? Why is there a pillow? Mm-hmm. My husband wants to be cremated and shut up into space. What? How? Are you in charge of that? What? You're like, listen, I can put you in this firecracker. I can tell you right now, you're not going to go that far. You're coming back down. But, I mean, you can go for the ride. Mm-mm. Yeah, no. So funny. Alcohol is so normalized, but drugs are not. It's so weird. I say this as an alcohol loving Belgian. Beer is half our culture, and I'm proud of it too. But like, it's weird. So it's the booze drug separation. Where alcohol, you're like, yeah, you could. That's fine. You can drink as much of that as you want. Just don't drive. But you could stumble naked down the street. We're fine. Oddly fine. Mm-hmm. Somebody else said the weirdest thing is the stage parent syndrome. Parents having their kids and trying to live their lives vicariously through them and making their kids to do all the things the parents never got to do. Okay, that's called motherhood. Another weird thing is that you are on camera and recorded anytime you're in public. I think I forget that. Part of me hates it and part of me likes it. It's hard. Because I'm like, oh, why you got to know where I am all the time? And I'm like, if I'm attacked, I'm like, thank God you guys had that camera. It's weird. Mm-hmm. Oh, here's another one. Somebody said, this is crazy. There's always feel-good stories in the news about how a kid makes a lemonade stand or something to pay for her mom's cancer treatment because no one can afford health care in America. You're like, why is the news story about the kid making the lemonade? Why are we making a news story about how nobody can afford actual health care in this country because it's ridiculous? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It said, somebody wrote, as a non-American, I'm amazed at their credit score system. As a third world citizen, credit cards are usually for the rich and slightly less rich people who have more disposable money than the rest of us and can pay off their debt. The way I see people on Reddit talking about it is strange and scary. Everyone should have a card of his own as soon as he becomes adult. You should always buy things with it and pay back to actively build your score. You're basically doomed if you don't have a good score, and living your life peacefully without a card is not an option. And lastly, you'll be seen as an idiot if you don't know anything about it. It's crazy. Uh-huh. My husband must be cremated during rush hour traffic so everyone sees the smoke. What a random request, Jess. So funny. They put diapers on dead people. They leak. Okay, Rachel, this is a fun fact that I don't know that we needed today. I mean, did I know that? No. Did I need to? I don't think so. Not today. All right. Somebody said another thing that's weird is the retirement trap. This is a lot of math. Spending 5/7 of your life waiting for 2/7 of it to come. We hate like 70% of our life. How is that considered fine? That is a lot of just maths that have sevens in it. Mm-hmm. Somebody said what also is weird is tipping culture. It's weird because everyone thinks it's okay for employers not to pay their employees, and the customers are expected to pay extra to pay their wages. I don't understand it. It's not wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what was really funny is they don't tip. Like it's not, I don't think part of the culture in Europe as it is here. And so I went to a restaurant in Amsterdam and the service was awful. It was like you weren't even there. You weren't there. And if they felt like coming over, they would. And I said, this weird that they're not coming over. And somebody was like, that's why there's a problem. That's why they don't work for tips here. I was like, okay, what does that mean? He's like, because they don't have to treat you well. That's why the service is so bad. I was like, what? He's like, if they were working for tips, they'd be trying harder to please you. I was like, I think it's just called being proud of your work. It was such a weird conversation. I was like, that's what you think? They were like, it's true. And I was like, I've had a lot of jobs and people don't tip me. Yeah, it's insulting to tip in Japan. That's what I mean. It's not. It's just, it's weird. Somebody said being on your phone all day long and having your phone in your face all day long is super weird. They're like, it's super weird. I'm going to do it, but it's real weird. So that's funny. Silly little things. There's what this was. Yeah, Tammy, that's the one where they're all mean to you. My husband's first choice was taxidermy, then put on wheels and we could wheel him around. What is going on with your husbands having these weird requests? Oh, there it is. Dick's Last Resort or something. What? Gates Barbecue. Yeah, I don't know. Brent, who used to tour with us, said he worked at one of those places where the waiters are mean to you. And he loved it. He was like, Tina, I don't care for people. So like just going to work and telling them off, that was like the greatest thing. My old man says when he dies, throw him in a ditch. Don't waste the money on the funeral. My friend's husband was a mortician. His pickup line that he used to date her was, if you go out with me, I can do your makeup for you if you lay down. That's really funny. My ex wanted a motion detector somehow installed, so he'd raise his hand or sit up when people came to the casket. My husband must be burned like a Jedi when he dies. What's happened? The fact that all of you know what your husbands, how they want to be buried is hilarious. And the fact that they're so specific means that they have been thinking about it a long time. Sarah said, I'd have a hard time being mean to people as a job. No, man. I have to suppress it. I just be myself. Say all of that. I don't know. I don't think I would be. I'm kidding. Because I feel like there's some people, once they get started, they wouldn't know how to stop. My husband wants a Viking funeral, burnt on a small boat out to sea. What? What is happening? Can you imagine that your husband says, put me on, go full good, get some logs, rope them together. Why don't you put me out on this lake? Set me on fire and just push me out. Could you imagine? Like they used to do in the old days. Like the Vikings, Jody. Could you imagine? And then I, push a loved one out onto a bunch of logs, set it on fire. And then there's music I've prepared. And then we, wait for the cops. And then the cops come. And then the fire company. And now all my neighbors, they're all out in the balcony. And they're like, are we having a bonfire? Was I supposed to pick up marshmallows? And I go, no. That's my loved one. Just out there. Like, that's your family member. Yeah, that's what he wanted. So my husband wants an invitation-only funeral. Shut up. Can you imagine being turned away at the funeral? Let me check it to see if you're on the list. What's your name again? Dina Blizzard? No, sorry, you didn't. But it was I got an invitation. No, that was. Are you VIP? Are you early? There's early access. Early. Well, they're dressing him. You could go. What? Did the Viking funeral Cooper with her mom's ash, and I was waiting for the cops to come. No, she didn't. What'd she do? What? Two screws to deal with his ashes. Yeah. Stargazer. I hear a lot of people, you're like, you're supposed to cremate people and then bury it. And some people are like, it's on my nightstand. Yeah, this early. No. But I don't know. I feel like that's illegal. If you did a Viking funeral, right here. I'm like, ma'am, what were you thinking? I'm thinking that when my loved one passed, this is what they said they wanted. And do you know how it was $10,000 to do a funeral? You know how much that pillow is? A lot of money. Yeah. You might have an invitation, but did you RSVP to the funeral? Yeah. It's invitation only. So if you didn't RSVP, there's not a plate for you. How are you going to get into the buffet? What? I can't wait for it. Certain family members aren't allowed in and they don't know it yet. Ramona, are you serious? Can you imagine? And they're like, what's your name again? I'm like, just check it. I have to be on it. I mean, how you spell it? Dina. There's there any Dinas? No. I'm sorry. Yeah, and then people are passing you. Diana's going in. She goes, I got my drink ticket. I'm like, there's drink tickets for this thing? I'd be like, get me some snacks on a plate. I'll be like, I'm crashing it. Mom's going to goes, but somewhere there's no way she's going to sit on a shelf and stare at me. That's what I mean. It cost $8,000 to have a service and borrow a casket before cremation from one of my friends that passed recently. No. She's like, I'm very serious. It's terrible. Ramona, who's going to stand there? Because they're going to be like this. You're gonna be like, am I on the list? I'll be like, no, Ramona did not put you on the list. And then you're gonna get called over, and there'll be a lot of angry people, and they'll be like, Ramona, will you please tell this man that I'm on the list? And you'll be like, you gotta act real dumb, like you don't know. You're like, let me say it. That's weird. You're not on it. I'm like, Ramona, I'm his cousin. You gonna tell him to let me in? I didn't make this. This came from him. Those were his wishes. So, and you're like, you trying to be sad, but then the door opens and there's like disco music. It's like, oonch, 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 oonch. I'm like, are you guys having a party? It's a very sad. Can you shut the door? It's very sad, and we're tapped out. They're just, and then a mariachi band goes in, and they're like, they're letting band member. If we let you in, he's gonna wake up and he's gonna be mad. My husband always said he's gonna have me stuffed. She's like, yep, I'm gonna need to hire security. Yeah, I would enjoy a band, but I already know I have cotton candy machine and I have bagpipes. So I don't want to mess up the bagpiper because I want people to laugh, but then like cry a lot, but then have candy, but mostly laugh. But like, don't be like, how, like, not, don't like audibly laugh. Like, don't be rude, right? But have a good time. Just have a great time. Tons of gluten. It's a BYOG. It'll say it on the invitation. BYOG. Bring your own gluten. Please, everybody, just have a pretzel. I told my relatives I don't get the funeral I want. I will haunt them. Wow. Oh, obviously the funnel cake. I didn't mention it because it makes me feel like extra, but obviously there'll be funnel cake. I'm gonna put the fun back in funeral. I'm gonna eat this. Speaking of fun, let's eat this Oreo. I've decided to do a full cookie breakfast. So oh wow. Well, is today Friday? I think it is. I've kind of lost track of time since being here. Are there alligators, Brooke? People say there are. I haven't seen any, and I'm oddly fine with that. Oh, that's creepy, Anita. Do you work this weekend? Yeah, Becky. This is it. This is me working. I work tonight. We have 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. We have our Dine with Dina on Saturday afternoon. Wanted a full Catholic burial with 2 motorcycles for the car line to the cemetery. Wow. The winery is beautiful. Ophelia, how far are you from here? Because there's so much to do. It's been so lovely. Just kind of checking out Myrtle Beach. It's very pretty. So that's it. I don't know. Jacqueline moves out next Friday. Brooke moves out Labor Day. So there's like a lot of stuff happening. I feel like by the time I get home, it's just going to be, I'm an hour and 15 minutes. That's the closest I've been to you. No, Carrot left yesterday. Di sounds like she's feeling better. Yeah, Becky, Shikendra's here. There's a whole group here. Dean's plan hit. Well, he's going to be, living downstairs. I set up his little apartment. I still have a couple things to go through, clean up. But he's got a little apartment downstairs and, yeah. Dogs are having a party, living it up. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there was a birthday girl last night, Carrie. It's very funny. People come out to shows and they want to have a good time. And I'm sure they're having a good time. But sometimes it's a little distracting for everybody. You know how, like, girl, I want you to have the best time ever, but just like without ruining everybody else's time. Sometimes that's not so easy. Oh, Mary, I start school Monday, my last live. Oh, you'll be able to catch us on replay. Yeah. Yeah, Di, everybody's like, is Di here? Is Di going to be here? And I was like, ugh. I was like, if she could be here, she'd be here. That Nicole starts school on Monday as well. How many people go back Monday? Sounds like there's a lot of you. My last live to kindergarten on Monday. I'm now retired from teaching, said LaFive. I can see you every day. I don't know. You might regret that, LaFive. I'm ending my 3rd week back. That's so crazy. 3rd week. Lacey, where do you live that it's your 3rd week? We started school, then shut down for 2 days. Heat messed up the server. My kids went back to school, so I can actually watch the live. It's so funny. We don't have a contract. I'm just trying to... School already started here in San Diego. Lola, how far is San Diego from Palm Springs? Will you be coming? Will I get to meet you? I've always wanted to go to San Diego. I've been to San Francisco. Been back 3 weeks in Florida. What? Texas went back 2 weeks ago. That's so crazy. It started the end of July. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. I had to take them to school once because I overslept. Okay. My trip down was like 10 hours. So. But I will say it's funny talking to like my mom and the kids. They're like, it's kind of rainy and cold. I'm like, oh, that's the fall coming in. I can't wait to get back home, put on a sweatshirt. I love the summer, but I also love the fall. Some people feel like real specific about different, but I was like, the summer is beautiful until it's the summer. And then it's like, this should stop. And traffic makes it longer. So I feel like when you grow up in Jersey or where there are like four full seasons, well, full-ish, maybe lasts a day, you hate the fall. Oh, I love it. Ophelia, are you north of me? Where are you? I thought you were south of me. With index Wednesday, that's 115. No. My kids started on Friday. Very dumb. Once I start involuntarily sweating, summer isn't as great. You are not wrong. Are you along the coast, Ophelia? Just message me. Tell me where you are. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. I love the fall too. Too bad we don't have one here in Florida. So do your leaves never fall? If you don't have fall, do your leaves never fall? Fall could be a week or a couple of months. Wilmington, BC. What's BC? Wilmington, BC. I don't know what BC is. Is it Wilmington Beach? Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, no, I don't. It's not. She's not in British Columbia. She said she was an hour and 15 minutes from me. I can't. Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh, maybe she meant NC and it came up BC. Oh. Yeah, she must mean Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh, you weren't that far. Maybe we could meet. Maybe we could meet for breakfast. Oh, what time you get up? Sunday. Yeah, she meant that's Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah. LaFive, where's home? She said, I get to go to New York as a retirement gift to me. That's nice. Anyway. Well, I think we made it through the week pretty well. Doing shows at night and then getting up and doing the morning show. Like, I feel like in normal life, I can only do one very well. I feel like I've just been kind of out of it in the morning because like, I feel like you can only be like on for a certain amount of time. Like you're either a morning brain or you're a night brain. You know what I'm talking about? Still in Myrtle. Yes, we saw you at the Comedy Committee. Yep, I got 2 more shows. I have 2 shows tonight and 2 shows tomorrow. So 4 more shows. I know, Judy. Everybody knew. It was like British Columbia. Yep. I am adulting. I don't enjoy it. Have a great show. Everyone have a great weekend, said Miss. Yeah, it's very funny. I don't know. I'm sure Missy knows, but like, I'm usually up early because I'm at church at 7. All right, maybe I could plan it so I could be to you by 8. What time do I gotta leave? 6:45. We can go have church breakfast. There was like, what's church breakfast? It's where you have breakfast after church. I'm a nut brain, usually different. Yeah, so my brain is like trying really hard to focus all morning because at nighttime it's got to be like butter. It's just got to be like you can't even think anymore. You just got to be up. I can get everybody to plank after church. Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny you say that, Carrie. The N and the B are next to each other. That's probably why it looks messed up. She goes, I do it all the time. Like when I say I'll be there at 8:39. How many? Yeah. Every Sunday. All right, breakfast at 8. All right, send me your address or to the church or wherever you want to meet or wherever we're gonna have breakfast. I'll be there at 8. Oh, so exciting. But I do that. Like it'll be like, I mean 8:30, but then you hit the 9. Like I will be there at 8:39 specifically. The TV interview is great, Autumn. It's so funny, like you kind of pop into different cities, different markets, and you get to work with different news people. And, some people are like real newsy and like, Gina, tell us about what's happening this week. It's like real serious. But Greg and Christy were just like so fun and laid back and Matt and I, they were so nice to Matt and I. So it was nice to be able to just kind of just hang out and meet them. And then we went to the winery and that was super fun. So Right, Julie? I enjoyed them. So we had a good time. I watched some of Matt's stand-up on YouTube. He's very funny. He's very funny. I've enjoyed working with him this week, and we've had a couple different guest spots this week as well. So yeah, it's been a good week. Maybe Steak and I can hit the winery on Sunday. Yeah, it's quite lovely. And they have like little snack things. They had fudge, like a little like shop, like a gift shop. Super cute. So anyway, so I'm going to try to be a little bit more awake next week, like in my face. It's just funny. Getting back to my stand-up roots, I'm like, oh, you want me to be awake for this. That's a lot. I know. So anyway, I hope everybody had a great week. Looking forward to seeing so many of you that are making your way down to Myrtle Beach or up, depending on where you're coming from. And looking forward to 4 shows this weekend. I'm sure I'll have lots to tell you by Monday. Yeah. Is Pat Q's favorite, is it? Oh, that's so funny. So I'll either be at my sister's Monday or I'll be back at home. And then I'll be bebopping next week, getting everybody ready for school. I'm sure there'll be a lot of yelling. But looking forward to seeing everybody. So that's it for us for this week. We did a great job this week. Look at us. So like Judy from Saskatoon says, hopefully you could do something nice for yourself this weekend. Do something fun. Only a few more weeks of like kind of some nice summer weather before the fall. So I hope you get to do something lovely. And have a great day and a blessed day and weekend. And I will definitely have some stories for us on Monday morning. But thanks for watching as always. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.